All right, guys. Today we are going to be reacting to 5 things you don't say to Germans. And I noticed here there's a ratio here, a lot of dislikes. Let's see what's going on here. This is very interesting. Let's jump in.
To Germany, I have learned a few things that you shouldn't say to Germans unless you're trying to annoy them. And why would you want to do that? You wouldn't, of course. So here they are. What not to say to Germans.
Okay. Not to say to Germans, guys.
Hey everyone, I'm Donna and you're watching Wanted Adventure Living Abroad. Lederhosen. Anything like, where's your Lederhosen? Or, all Germans wear Lederhosen, don't they? Or, Lederhosen, it's the national outfit of Germany, right? Is off limits. As I explained in this video, yes, some Germans do wear Lederhosen and dirndls, especially in the state of Bavaria, but definitely not all Germans. And people who live in other areas of Germany sometimes find it really annoying when visitors or people who have never been to Germany just think that all Germans everywhere wear these outfits.
But do we really think like that, man? Like, for real? Like, we go there, we think that a lot of these Germans were gonna be wearing Lederhosen, whatever she called it. Lederhosen. Oh, interesting.
Light beer. If you're at a bar in Germany and you're looking for a drink with a little less calories in it, asking for a light beer or asking which of the German beers are light is going to get you one of two responses. Either the bartender will hand you a Helles, which is a pale lager beer and not at all particularly light in calories, but Helles literally translates into light, or the bartender will know what you mean and just give you a little sneer or roll their eyes at you. I've seen it happen. Germans are disgusted by Americans watering down their beer for a light version.
Yo. Yeah, it's not my video, it's her video. I'm just reacting to this, man. This is... Damn, wow, what's going on here, man? Like...
They have no problem, however, watering down their wine. So, my tip for you, if you want a lighter drink, maybe go for a Weinschorle, red or white, which is wine mixed with sparkling water. David Hasselhoff. It's flying on the wings of tenderness. You want me to turn it up?
Why would you do that?
Because it's David Hasselhoff.
David who?
David Hasselhoff. Don't tell me you don't know who David Hasselhoff is. Doesn't everyone in Germany just love David Hasselhoff? No, they don't. Not everyone. He had one song in 1989, Looking for Freedom, that with the fall of the Berlin Wall really resonated with the time and the feeling in Germany. But that's it. The relationship goes no deeper than that. So no, not all Germans love David Hasselhoff, let alone even know who he is. Sorry, David. White asparagus. Stefan, I just came from downtown and I'm telling you, they're all over the place. Everywhere, every fruit and veggie kiosk, there's these vegetables that look like huge... What are you cooking?
Spargel, of course.
As I mentioned in a whole video just dedicated to Spargel.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to go back to that. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go back to that.
That look like huge... What are you cooking?
That's a big asparagus. I'm sorry, guys. That asparagus is almost 4 inches wide. The length of that asparagus is almost 2 feet, bro. I mean, and that thing is big, man. How in the hell you guys managed to just make asparagus this big? Look at that. Damn, man.
Of course.
As I mentioned in a whole video just dedicated to Spargel, Germans go absolutely bonkers over their white asparagus. You go to bed one night in April and wake up the next morning, poof, the city is covered in these white stocks. Really, every fruit and veggie kiosk, every store, it's incorporated into every meal imaginable at the restaurants. Spargel takes over the place. So, what should you not say to Germans here? From my experience, pretty much anything bad or making fun of their beloved Spargel. Not because it really upsets them so much, but just more because they don't seem to really get the joke or find it at all amusing. My American friends get it. They're like, yeah, that's the most phallic looking veggie I've ever seen. Forget about the eggplant emoji. Somebody needs to make some code for a Spargel emoji. But Germans seem to take their Spargel quite seriously. And whenever I've poked fun at it, they often just kind of stare back at me and then eventually follow up my comment with something serious and real about how delicious it tastes slathered in butter. Eurovision versus...
Well, you can make it scampi, right? You can make it like a rosemary and parsley. I mean, with butter, that thing is that's fire. That's how I cook my asparagus.
The World Cup. Back in 2010, I was in Germany for my very first Eurovision Song Contest. And one of Mr. German Man's friends was even having a party for it. Now, this was my first time ever hearing about the contest, and at the party, people got dressed up in funny costumes, and there were a lot of people at the party, so it seemed to me like it must be a pretty big deal. I had been to Super Bowl parties in the US that had less enthusiasm. So yeah, I thought this must be something that's important to Germans. And it was a big year because 2010 is when Germany's own Lena won the Eurovision Song Contest singing Satellite. Yay! Congratulations, Germany! Okay, now fast forward a few months later, 2010 was also the year the World Cup took place in South Africa, and Germany made it really, really far, only to lose right toward the end, so they didn't actually make it to the final game. Well, after that loss, the next day I had an English class to teach, and my students were all really bummed out because Germany had gotten kicked out of the World Cup. So to try to cheer them up, I said, well, I mean, Germany won the Eurovision Song Contest this year, so it just wouldn't be fair if they also won the World Cup. Like,
oh man, it's not about fairness. I'm talking about fairness. I don't know what you had to say that, guys. It would not be fair. Like when you say that, you're saying that this is rigged. That somehow the universe made this into a situation where Germany should not won that cup because it would not be fair. I don't think that's a good statement.
You can only have one big win per year. Let some other country win the World Cup after you already won the Eurovision Song Contest. Yeah, apparently those two things are not comparable.
Yeah,
so my question for
exactly.
you is, have you ever found yourself saying any of these things in Germany? And Germans, what else do you get annoyed about hearing? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching.
Well, that's certainly that statement at the end, it was not correct, man. Especially when it comes down to sports. Every country wants to win. But, being so close to just win it and then you lose, people are going to get bumped out. I mean, it's how it is. But then comparing it to Eurovision music, whatever, I don't think that's that was not a good statement. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' opinion regarding 5 things you don't say to Germans. I don't know if she's right, but maybe some of these Germans were overreacting, or some of you guys were not overreacting. I want to know your guys' opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next one. I'm out.